Today I'm going to be showing you 10 must-have build hacks for the new blocks in 1.20. Because every version means new blocks, and new blocks means new possibilities. So let's jump straight into it. So the first build hack is this red swing design, and this uses the new hanging signs that have been released, and they look quite nice. As you can see, they can be used underneath chains, which I think is quite cool. For this, I've just added one sign either side with a slab and then a new bamboo boat on top, and that creates a cool swing design which will fit perfectly in some sort of part. For the swing design itself, I use mangrove slabs because I like how you can just add more shape to them, because if I was to use normal red concrete, for example, I don't know, it just feels a bit too blocky. So I prefer using slabs. And I'm moving on to my second build, and this is a romantic jacuzzi. And this makes use of the new cherry tree, and as you can see, we've got loads of nice pink planks and trapdoors and kind of leaves, which I think just looks very romantic and very relaxed, which is why I thought it would be a perfect colour to use for a design like this. So this just uses trapdoors going all the way around with 4 fences, and then inside I've got some quartz slabs with some glowstone and some iron trapdoors. Underneath that I've got some campfires as well. But my favourite feature about this is actually using these cherry leaves, because as you can see they drip. Looks very relaxing, as you can see. Just kind of, if you just sit in here, you can kind of chill with these leaves just falling down. So I can see I've just placed these on the top section of the roof there, which I think looks quite nice. Next up, onto my third build for today, and this makes use of the new brush here, and I thought this would be a perfect thing to use for some sort of painting stand, because usually before I'd be using stuff like kind of like arrows, something like this. But now that I've added the brush, I think it's the perfect thing to add with a painting canvas design here. And for this Amazon, I'll put the command to it in the description. So if I just place this command here, just like this, and then what we can do, we can add our canvas design. And this is just a shield and a banner combined together in a crafting table. For those of you who don't know how to do this, literally get a crafting table, put them both in there, and that'll give you a nice white shield which you can use for our canvas. So I can just place that there, and then we can use the new brush tool here, which I can place on the arm there, which acts like a nice paintbrush. And I think this is quite a cool model to add, especially near a loom, or you could even place the loom maybe underneath it. That might be pretty cool instead of just having the standard block there. And I'm moving on to the next build hack for today, and this is a waffle stall, and this uses the new bamboo blocks, which I think has a really cool texture to them, which kind of look like waffles, which is why I've done it. But as you can see, for example, the trapdoor here, it almost looks like there's waffles kind of on the texture here. So I thought it would be cool to make some sort of waffle iron with them. So I've just done this by adding the trapdoor above a campfire, and then just an iron trapdoor behind it, which I've used a lever to flick it up. And then using the bamboo block itself, I realised that the side of it literally looks like a waffle, which I think is pretty cool. So what I've done, I've just added that into an item frame here. And to make it look even more like a plate, I can use this heavyweight pressure plate. Sad news is you can only do some Java editions, so Bedrock users, you know, you have to stick with the item frame, but Java users, you can just, if you shift, you can place the pressure plate there. Hopefully Bedrock can add this soon, but to be fair, it's kind of a glitch, so I don't know if they will or not, but yeah, that's an extra thing you can do if you're on Java. But overall, I like this cart design. You know, I used some grindstones just on the end there, just some nice wheels, which I think will look good in any kind of stall. And I've used string under this umbrella to hold it up, as I've used carpets here, which I think is quite a nice umbrella design just there. And making use of the new bamboo signs, which I think looks quite nice as well. So yeah, so for me, bamboo makes quite a cool waffle block. And moving on, this is quite a simple one, but this uses the new decorated pots. And these are really great because you can place blocks on top of them, which means you can do a lot with them. So I found it's great for making like kind of bigger plants. So as you can see, I've got the pot just on the bottom there, just added one dark oak fence on top, and then followed by some of the azalea, I don't know how you pronounce that, the azalea leaves just on top, just there for a nice bush. We can do that with any leaves, or just kind of, you can even put like a massive tree, like a massive bush coming out of it. So you can do a lot just by placing one fence post there and then adding leaves on top of that. And then moving on to the next build, and this is the children's playhouse, and I love this because it uses the new cherry planks and cherry wood and all that stuff, and I think it looks great. It just creates a really cute house overall. As you can see, I've used the cherry door and the cherry trapdoors for some nice little cute windows here, and I think these cherry planks work really nice with the crimson planks. I think those two work really nicely together. So if you want to build a really cute playhouse, then the cherry planks I think is a really great block to use for that. So next I'm moving on to the next build hack, and this uses the new chiseled bookshelf. And what this does, I use this chiseled bookshelf to make it look like kind of like you're inserting a disc into a DVD player, and that will turn the TV on here. So for example, if I grab myself a book here, if I just place 2 just there, as you can see it turns on the TV, and then if I take 2 out, it will then turn it off. And the way this works, if we just come around the back here, what I've done here, so if you want to build this for yourself, it's just one comparator which has been activated just on the back there, and then there's a whole redstone trail coming all the way along with a repeater there, just going around activating this set of repeaters, going around one repeater into the piston, and I'll activate the sea lantern. And the way it's done like this is it pretty much depends on how many books are in the bookshelf to activate it. So for example, to activate the piston, you need 6 books in this bookshelf, as that will give off a redstone signal strong enough to reach kind of over to this point and then power the piston, if that makes sense. And then just to make the TV look kind of dark, I've just added loads of black wool going all the way around just there. So yeah, I think that's a cool thing to use the bookshelf for in a modern house. And for our next build hack, we have got a washing line design here, and this takes advantage of the hanging signs again, and I think they're really cool because they kind of look like laundry which is hanging, which I think is quite nice. So for this washing line design, it just uses 3 end rods that go up with a cork stamp on top, and then iron trapdoors around, and then just hanging signs below each of them. And that'll give you a nice simple washing line design, perfect for some sort of garden. And moving on to the next build hack, and this is a candy vending machine. And what this uses is, this uses the new smithing templates. And I don't know if it's just me, but for me they look a lot like chocolate bars, so I think they're a great thing to use if you want to have like a nice kind of candy vending machine just there. For this design, I've just used an iron block with a dropper next to it with some signs going around, and then got some tinted glass with some item frame to show what's in the vending machine, and then just 2 dark oak doors on top. But yeah, so with these smithing templates, you can add a wider range of stuff to a vending machine. So that's why I like these items quite a lot. But yeah, this is quite a cool thing to do in creative if you want to add chocolate into Minecraft. But don't try and eat this in survival, because I don't think it would taste very nice. And then moving on to the final build hack for today, and this is some sort of drink rack, kind of like wine cellar rack if you like. And this is quite cool. This uses the new bamboo block. And what I like about this is it kind of adds like a shelf texture. So I think you can use it for kind of any modern shelf. I think it would work quite nicely, but this is just an example here. I thought it would be nice for like kind of like a drinks shelf, so you can add all of your drinks all here, even potions and stuff. I thought that would be a nice thing to use it for. And there we have it. There is a quick 10 build hacks that you can use for the new blocks in 1.20. And if you did find one of these useful, I'd really appreciate it if you consider giving the like button a smash. It does help me out, and I would highly appreciate that. But with all that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you another time. Have a good day.